This is literally the biggest fuck up I've ever had at a wedding. Here it goes. I'm going to paint the picture for you. Me and my girl Steph just started dating. It was about, give or take, like 10 years ago. We just started dating. And it's funny too, because I mentioned her because she's with me at this wedding, right? It's the one wedding I brought her to. I never brought her to weddings, but this was just like a wedding for a friend from college. I think I was a sophomore or junior in college, and it was someone I had a class with. She was getting married. Hey, will you do my wedding? I did it on the side, cheap, and it was a small little wedding. I said, yeah, I'll do it. And I did it cheap. So like, I didn't, I figured, all right, well, I'll bring Steph. I started dating Steph. She can help me like load in whatever, maybe press a button for me, right? And it's funny because like we started dating, and I remember telling her when we started dating, like, yeah, one day I'm going to be a DJ for a living. Yeah, let me get like I need a horse face button like right here. I remember telling her, yo, babe, I'm going to be a DJ for a living one day. She was probably fucking mortified. She's probably like, oh my God, I'm dating a loser. Anyway, so she was at the wedding. So it was at a gymnasium. It was in like a basketball court, right? So it was really echoey in there. It had the basketball floors, everything. Don't worry, like the basketball hoop was like put up though. And so my setup back then was I had everything on like it was a 18 or 20, 16 or 21 inch rack or whatever. I forget the size of it, but like it was like not the 4500. I had the Newmark version of the Denon 4500. I had some cheap, shitty Newmark mixer. I had regular SM58 mics. I had virtual DJ on my Windows Toshiba computer. Can I tell you guys something too? Something with me too that I think is like unique, that you guys should really know as a background is that like all the shit I talk, all this like shit I talk shit about, like all the stuff like virtual DJ, line dances, Windows computers, like all the shit that like I make videos and I talk shit about, and like all like any of the haters I have, like 99% of them stem from me talking shit on one of those things, right? Line dances, virtual DJ, and too much interaction at a wedding, Windows computers, all that, right? All that shit I talk shit on, I used to own and or do. All of it. Okay. So when I talk shit on something, it comes from a place where I evolved, not from a place where I, just like became a DJ and was like, oh, but like, I'll never do that. That shit's cheesy. That shit's stupid. That shit's whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I literally used to do it all the time. I just evolved. I realized that like the products I was using and or the things I was doing was not as effective. And then I changed and evolved. I was, when I redid this room, like I painted a little bit and, made a little background so I could start doing this show every week. And I came across this. It was actually printed out. It used to be, this picture used to be hung up in the office, like with a frame around it, everything, at Bob Morgan Entertainment, where I used to work like years and years ago. So here's, trying to get it where you guys can see it. Shit. So here's me, right? Here's me. 3-piece suit, a little fatter, a lot younger, teaching a fucking line dance. You see that? I'm trying to get it right here. Shit. See that? Teaching a fucking line dance. Microphone in my mouth, teaching a line dance. Look at this. 3-piece suit. That's another thing I'll talk shit on now and I stopped wearing. 3-piece suit. Look at that. Look, that lady's got a selfie stick. My man over here's got fucking shorts. He's got fucking shorts. He don't give a shit. He's that dude just showed up with shorts at the wedding. He don't give a shit. This is at the Savoy in Vineland. And I was proud of that picture. When that picture came out, I was like, yo, that's dope. Can you print it for me? We hung it in the office. I was proud of that picture. Proud of it. But I evolved. I realized that more and more couples weren't choosing to line dance. They would say, no, we don't want that. It's kind of cheesy. Every DJ does it. Every DJ uses that as a crutch. You don't need why. You know what I mean? And more and more, as the days went on, I was like, all right, well, I'm just going to use it only if I need to, only if I have to, And until I just was like, no, I'll never need it. And I'm never going to do it again unless unless the couple specifically asks me, Same thing with Windows. You know, I never owned an expensive Windows computer, but to me, it was like, all right, well, these Windows computers suck. If I'm going to spend money, I'm going to spend it on a Mac, and I went to Mac. Same thing with virtual. Virtual, I just didn't, you know, as I got better and better at mixing, I was like, you know what, I let me try Serato and see what the hype is about, and I liked it way better, and I switched to Serato. You know, we all evolve, people. Anyway, so we're in the gymnasium, right? I got my virtual DJ on my Toshiba laptop. I got my Newmark whatever thing. I got my shitty ass Newmark mixer. I got all that, right? We're all set up. Back then, technology kind of sucked, and I was lazy. Like, my big mistake came from laziness as well, you know. Like, and I learned a big lesson that day. So the couple requested that, you know, they wanted to come out to a particular song. I think it was like a Disney song or something, and I didn't have it. Like, for their entrance, like when I announced their name, they wanted to come out to this song. I didn't have it, so I went and bought it on iTunes. I bought it on iTunes, and I downloaded. I had 2 laptops at the time, right? Both Windows. I had 2 laptops at the time, and what I did is because these Windows laptops are so shitty, they're like $600 laptops or whatever, I kept the one laptop where it was just virtual DJ on it, and that's it. And I never even put that laptop on the internet. Like, I never updated. I never did anything. I just literally just left it there because I was so scared of it messing up, right? So that was it. Then the other laptop was like my laptop to do college work, you know, whatever. And so that's the laptop I used to download this song. Well, out of laziness, number one, and I just didn't want to, you know, I don't know, whatever. Like, I didn't put that song I downloaded on my main DJ laptop. I figured, because back then too, it was a pain in the ass. You couldn't just airdrop it. You couldn't just whatever. You had to like legit put it on a stick and bring it over, whatever. I guess it's not that big of a deal. I should have done it regardless, but I didn't. Anyway, for whatever reason, I didn't fucking put it on my other laptop. So my thing was, I was just going to DJ, right? And when the intro came up, I'm going to have the second laptop to the side with an 1/8 inch cord, like a headphone jack cord hooked into it. When it's time to announce the couple, I'll have Steph just hit the button to play that song, right? To play their intro song. And then that's it, and call it a day, right? That way I don't have to transfer the song. So just using 2 laptops just for that one little moment. Well, their intro happened, right? I announced them in, the new Mr. and Mrs. whatever, right? They come in, we play the song. I remember the intro took a while, right? I remember like they came in and they danced with everybody. They're really outgoing. And it was just one of those, like, you know, sometimes couples come in and it's like 30 seconds, not even. And then they look at you like, all right, let's go. Let's get this thing moving, right? Other couples, they're like hamming it up and you're just like, no, I'm gonna let them go. No, I'm gonna let them go. Like, you know what I mean? Well, they were one of those couples. They went through almost the entire song, right? Steph wasn't very familiar with, like, you know, DJ stuff. So, like, you know, I just kind of it got so long with the song where I just kind of emceed it and then let it go and the song faded out itself. Then we go into their first dance. We play their first dance song. Unbeknownst to me, the song, like the separate laptop I had with the headphone jack cord that was playing their entrance song, was through iTunes, decided to go to the next song because that's what iTunes does. It goes to the next song. I never lowered the volume on that channel for that laptop. So as their first dance is playing, I'm getting goosebumps. As their first dance is playing out loud and they're dancing to it, it goes to the next song. And when I tell you, it couldn't have been the worst fucking song ever. Like, it could have been so many other songs. It was the worst possible fucking song it could have been. The worst. I'm going to play it for you because I don't even think this song's deep. I don't even think I'll get flagged for this. If not, it's worth it. The worst song. So when I listen to all kinds of music and when I lift, I like metal. I like breakdowns. I like screamo shit, right? I'm into it. And yeah, so there's a song. It's called "The Father's Seed." It's by The Plot and You. I'm going to play it for you right now. And it couldn't have been the worst song. And so we start the first dance, right? I set the moment. Focus your attention on the center of our dance floor as they share a moment that's going to last forever, whatever the fuck I say. And they play the first dance. And then all of a sudden, the next song comes in and I hear it. I'm like, what's that?
Hello?
What's that? What's that?
I'm pregnant.
Now, we're going to stop it there. If that's not bad enough, okay? So it's a phone ringing, right? The guy answers, she's crying, and she says, I'm pregnant. Okay? That's where it starts, right? This song recently came out at the time, like just came out. So like I wasn't super familiar. I listened to it a couple times, but like I was like, it sounds familiar. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? It's coming on the speakers, right? Out on the speakers. I had like JBL Eons back then. They're bumping, right? The 15-inch G2s, you know what I'm talking about? Right? Then the song comes in. And just so you know, it's tough to understand screaming. The first thing he screams is no. No. Okay, ready? So the first dance is playing, and I hear this. I'm like, what is this? And I wish I would have figured it out sooner, but I didn't. I didn't know what it was. I was like, what's that? That's weird. Why is that playing over top? Why?
Hello?
Why? What is that?
I'm pregnant.
And it was at that moment I figured out what channel it was, because I went through, it was the longest, like 8 seconds, 10 seconds of my life. Like, where the fuck is that coming from? Where the fuck is that coming from? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Freaking the fuck out. This is during the first dance. They obviously stopped dancing. They're just looking at me. I finally figure out what it is. I put the channel down and I look at them. And then I bring their first dance up just a little bit. And I just look at them. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. I thought about killing myself. I thought maybe I should just take myself out right here in the middle. That's the only way to make this better. If I just take myself out in the middle of the wedding. Like, I don't know what to do. And then, yeah, they kept dancing. Afterwards, I went up and I apologized, and I think I gave them all their money back and all that. And I was like, I'm so sorry. And they were cool, surprisingly. They were just like, no, like they kept saying like, no, it's all good. We thought it was funny. Like, I'll never forget like that conversation. No, it's all good. We thought it was funny. I was mortified. Like, I didn't know, like the fact that they reacted that way was even worse. Like, I would have rather them be complete dicks to me. And I'm like, all right, well, they were dicks too, but I deserved it. And you know what I mean? Like, the fact that they were like, no, it's cool. Like, we thought it was funny. And then they kept it moving. Oh my God. I was mortified. Absolutely mortified. So after that, you know, a couple big lessons there. Number one, you know, we're always going to keep the songs we need on the right computer, and we're just going to do it all regular, right? We're not going to take no shortcuts, because I didn't feel like putting a song on a thumb drive. That's for sure, you know? And I'm never going to use anything that has my own personal music on it where I could play that. Like, it was just such a rookie mistake at the time. And I was probably four years deep into DJing weddings at the time. So it's not like, I probably had like 100, 150 weddings under my belt at that point. You know, it was just a rookie mistake. And you'll find too that mistakes, you can say, wow, you did like 100, 150 weddings and then you like fucked up that bad. It's like, bitch, you'll find that the real fuck ups happen when you get comfortable. You know, your first 20, 30 weddings, you're chilling. You're not chilling. You're freaking out, but like, you're not making no mistakes. Those 20, 30, you will, but like, you're thinking of everything because you're freaked out about doing weddings for the first time. Right. But when you get comfortable at the job, when you get, you know, like, oh, this is, you know, I'm getting good at this. I've done this a ton of times. That's when you get lazy. That's when you make that mistake that you just want to just, oh my God, you just want to die over. Right. Like, that's when that shit happens, is when those are the real growing points, you know, and I learned from it, you know. Everybody makes mistakes, you know, it comes across. I mean, if you guys have made mistakes in the past, I'm sure it's not as bad as that one. I'm pretty sure I have the worst mistake of all time. I don't know if, you know, any of you guys can top that, especially because of like the actual song itself, like what it was. But yeah, you know, it's a part of it. So yeah, there it is. You guys, you can, you know, if you want, you can laugh at me. Go ahead. You can laugh at me.